where to begin? Why don't we go with the most recent news as the Toronto Maple Leafs win the NHL draft lottery with a shock and awe where I think it felt more like, oh, the Leafs are going to lose this draft pick. They are screwed. Well, Razor, hold my beer.
Well, yeah. So I'm in Boston, who obviously was getting the 6th or 7th pick, and they basically had it in the bag because they knew the Leafs always get screwed. Like something always bad happens. They're going to screw it up somehow. The Bruins are going to get the pick. Like I think everyone here in Boston just assumed they were going to get the pick. So one, there's a lot of despair here. However, the despair that we saw at the Great Canadian Resort, which was unbelievable, folks, the casino, the setup, we talked about Woodbine, but also the Great Canadian Resort. Nicoletta was our host. She was unbelievable. The despair that was in that casino over the weekend was out of control between who was getting hired just a couple of days ago, the draft lottery getting worked over, not having a pick for 5 years, Austin Matthews leaving, the whole thing. And now, order the rings, start the parade, just like that. Ball number 12 will be infamous. It like Bill Barilko in Maple Leafs history as they are now on their way to greener pastures with Gavin McKenna, or hopefully they don't pick McKenna just to give us more drama. But yeah, what an unbelievable, like the NHL is kind of cooking right now, huh, fellas? Like they've got the draft. Like it feels like they're not, the lottery was unbelievable last night. We've got 2 million people watching hockey games on a nightly basis. Like it feels like there's a little momentum behind this, and that ping pong ball thing was priceless last night because social media was having a blast.
I was on the golf course yesterday teeing it up, so I didn't see it live. I wasn't watching, but we got off I was playing with a couple of guys, a guy who played college hockey with, who got off the course, and he's like, Toronto won the lottery. I'm like, no, they didn't. Shut up. He's like, I'm serious. I'm like, oh my God. My next question was, where was Vancouver? Oh, they finished third, the worst possible ball they could get. No win, C-ball. Sorry, Vancouver. You got to wait a little longer.
Copy, that is the most Vancouver Canucks result that you could have expected. And I think that were a lot of fans, I think, out here, a lot of people talking to them, they were just like, yeah, I hope it's going to be one. I hope there's a win. But the reality tells me that they're going to get third. Yeah. And that's exactly what, but I will just say this, guys, the NHL draft lottery, I hate to sound like the guy with the tinfoil hat right now, but good God, tell me the NHL draft lottery is rigged without telling me the NHL draft lottery is rigged.
I disagree,
Look at the last 10 years.
Not rigged.
Okay. Hear me out, man.
Okay.
Of the last 10 years, 4 New York markets, the Leafs twice,
okay,
Montreal, Chicago. Like, these are all the big, sexy markets for the National Hockey League to thrive. And I get it. I still remember Brian Burke saying to me 2 weeks onto the job and into the season when the Leafs got off to a 4-0 start the one year. And I remember remarking to Brian, I said, yeah, you guys are off to a good start. This looks good. He goes, we really need to succeed. Like, we don't have time for a rebuild. Like, there's a lot of pressure for the Leafs to be good. And, you know, the bottom fell out of that season, but this is the expectation. Like, the league is better when the Rangers and all the New York teams and the tri-state teams are better, and the Leafs are better, and the Habs are better in Chicago. But good grief. Like, look at this. Come on. Outside of the outliers, Buffalo and San Jose, tell me the NHL draft lottery is rigged without telling me it's rigged.
You know what, C-ball, I got to disagree. Look, San Jose got Celebrini. It ain't rigged. You know what I mean? It ain't.
They would have made. New York got Celebrini or something.
I would love.
I don't want to. But no, the San Jose getting 2 is pretty funny too. By the way,
that's funny too. I would love to. Now I know McKenna's. It's this isn't like a Celebrini year or a McDavid year where there's like a unanimous, like there's no question this guy's going first. There's a little, I think it's up in the air a little bit. You know, he's
there's
obviously
been some hesitation
sure.
with Gavin McKenna.
There's a good,
there has been.
little hesitation for sure. But it would, I mean, obviously, I'm sure he was paying attention last night. It would have been funny. And look, I realize like it's definitely an honor playing for. I never played there, but it's an honor playing for the Leafs, and you get treated very well. Like I get it, but it's also, you know, there's a lot that comes with it, as we all know, and as we all experienced at the casino this weekend. You know, there's a lot of heat. It would have been interesting to have a little camera on McKenna when that ball came out. And Toronto Maple Leafs, you know, he's probably thinking, he's like, oh man, and he's a Western guy, and maybe that doesn't matter. I'm not only saying that matters at all, but it's like, oh, you know, maybe I go to Vancouver. I got a little time to build, and you know what? It's going to take some time, and there'll be a little patience anywhere in Vancouver, and then the Leafs come out. Welcome to Toronto. Get your shit together quick.
Oh boy, you better score 4 in the first game. You better score 4 in the first game, like right. Austin Matthews did. Otherwise, he's not as good.
Oh
Boss,
plan the parade.
Austin's so happy. He's got this kid now to get all the shit. He might stay.
The reflector. Well,
Canucks,
speaking
for the Canucks, Seaball, just for all the Canucks fans that listen, like I think it might be better. And hear me out, because they would have had to take in McKenna. McKenna's a winger. Pedersen, like where they're at, they might be better off getting one of these big time defensemen that you really build a team around. Or Stenberg, the centerman in the middle, maybe Stenberg Pedersen, the Swedish connection. You get that thing going again. I think it's not the worst thing for Vancouver because there's more pressure on that. Vancouver now is going to get a very good player at 3, and it's not going to be the same as having to pick McKenna, I don't think.
And the other thing to that is that they probably don't have to rush that player into the lineup come opening night. Right?
They'll just
100%. No, I'm totally agreeing with Rage. That's a really good point. If this was a McDavid year, a Matthews year, a Celebrini year, and Vancouver's sitting there just had the year that they had, then they just get dumped on with the 3rd pick, then it's like, man, that is a curse. But if this is going to happen to you, like Razor just touched on, this could not. I mean, you never know, right? It's a draft, but there's no like cut above player, so you could be sitting there at 3 and be like, and end up with maybe the player of the draft. Like there's no, you totally could this year, maybe more than any in recent.
I think so.
Let me throw this to both you guys then. Kami, I know you're going to go Keaton Verhoff from Nodak right there, who's a highly touted prospect, but Caleb Malhotra, son of Manny. There's been a lot of talk as the Canucks need a center, to your point, Razor. But there's also been a lot of trying to connect the dots. So is Manny Malhotra the next coach of the Vancouver Canucks? He's been in Abbotsford for the last couple of years, won a Calder trophy a year ago. They obviously decided to go with Adam Foote, and that didn't work. So now is there a chance to kind of fix that, I guess, amongst Canucks fans? Is that a good move or not to try to go after Caleb Malhotra at the draft pick when dad is the head coach?
It feels way too close for me.
Yeah.
Just like Tej Iginla did not go to Calgary because that wasn't good. Jerome was on our show. He talked about it. He's like, I don't think that's a good fit for my kid. Go back and check the episode with Jerome Iginla, by the way.
Yep.
It's the same thing. Like if I'm Manny, I don't want him anywhere near Vancouver. If I'm in the organization, if I'm coaching, especially, I can't coach my kid in the NHL. That's a disaster. So, and I think from all account, for a couple of guys I've talked to about the draft already a couple weeks ago, like Caleb might be down a little bit further than 3 too.
Yeah, I'm with that. I actually saw Manny. I played with Manny in Columbus. Last time I was in Calgary, I popped out of an Uber after a couple of cocktails, and who was walking right down the street was Manny Malhotra. I'm like, hey, Manny, what's up? And he was going the other way. We drove by him. He was going the other way. I'm like, that's Manny. And he turned around. He's like, Kami, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, wait, Abbotsford. I'm like, you guys are staying here? Anyways, we chatted for a minute, and then he went on his way. But, yeah, I think his like, well, how you doing, man? He's like, oh, man, I'm grinding. So I think Manny's ready to get out of the American Hockey League. I think he's ready to move on up. But, yeah, I'm with you guys on that's tough. I think that's tough for everybody around. And, and from what I've kind of been reading and hearing about the draft, I got a buddy of mine. I'm on Team North Dakota, Team Verhoff. There's no question about it. But I have also heard that there's a couple of D-men There's a Reed out east that I don't know much about.
Yeah, Chase Reed.
Okay.
Chase Reed.
There's one in Prince George. Carroll's, I think, is his last name.
Carroll's is the name I hear all the time.
Yeah, that's the one I'm hearing. I am Jimmy Playfair actually coaches there, helps out there. He's been texting me about him, and he's been raving about him. And a kid in PA too that I think is Rudolph, I think is his last name. He's supposed to be legit too. So I think Verhoff's going to be up there for sure. I don't know if he's going to be like top 3 like I've been spouting off. I think he's going to be top. My buddy thought top 5, top 7 for sure. But anyways, some good options. Some good D-man options, it sounds like, all around.
Yep. Yeah, very deep draft on that one. And Commie, I feel like I text you this every other day. Who didn't you play with?
Oh, there aren't many. There aren't. Why do you think you guys put me in charge of getting the guests when we were taking guests on this podcast?
Good, well played.
I'm like,
well played.
Yeah, I played with him. I played with him. I've been on golf trips with him. It's like 3/4 of the league from 2000 to 2012. I played with.